Thank you for watching. The show today will be about talking about in response to Mbella Moki, the appointed senator of FACO, and also try to give a, a brief about the ECOWAS because it's very important for us to talk about what is happening in Niger or what is about to happen in Niger and the intervention of the ECOWAS in Niger. So please hit the subscribe button if you're just joining. Make sure that you click the like button and make sure you share because that's what I want from you guys. Okay, I'll be talking a lot about this today, so don't forget. Just hit the subscribe button and share and share and share before we start. After this interlude, I'm coming back to start the show. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to the show today. Today we gonna be talking about uh, what happened in the past week in Ambazonian. You know, there's a crisis going on, and there's a lot of displacement. There's a lot of displacement going on. There's a lot of uh, have refugees still in Nigeria. We have prisoners of war who are still in the prison in the, the Republic of Cameroon jails. And as we speak, we have a lot of people who are internally displaced. There's a crisis in Cameroon, in Ambazonian, southern Cameroon, where we have that conflict of between the French Cameroon and the Ambazonian, southern Cameroon. So what we are saying here is that we have some of the appointed senators that were appointed by the Yaoundé regime of pulb. One of those appointed senators is Mbella Moki Charles. He was appointed. It means that if you're appointed means you are not elected. Those are two different things. So your legitimacy cannot be grounded because you're an appointed senator. We have almost how many senators, like in America, we have about how many senators in America who are appointed senators. But in Cameroon, because of the political situation, the dictatorship in Yaoundé can appoint anybody to be a senator. They can appoint the governors. They can appoint the SDOs, the senior, the division officer. They can appoint anybody. They can appoint the mayors because they are aligned to the party, okay, called CPDM. What I'm bringing here is because we should understand what is going on, okay? La République du Cameroon is a dictatorship government, okay? And what they do is that they try to appoint people who align to their own line of thinking. We are Ambazonians. We have our own line of thinking that we don't want to be forced or to be coerced to think like them, okay? That's why we are gonna tell them no to this, no to that, no to this, no to that, because when you align with a dictatorship government, then you are part of that dictatorship. No matter how you coin a language, you cannot deceive people that you are not part of that dictatorship, corrupt government. Now, let's go back to Mr. Mbella Moki. Before we talk about Mbella Moki, I want to say this to our brother whose mother, I heard the voice of the mother of our brother, our activist, the kidnapped activist who is now in detention in Yaoundé, in the dungeon of La République, Abdul Karim. I was so touched by the mother's voice. This is 1 year that Abdul Karim was kidnapped from the dungeons of La République. Kidnapped from Bamenda and taken to the dungeons of La République. He was first taken to the Bamenda prison, then later taken to SED. SED is the torture chamber where they torture people who are not in line with the government's policy. That is what our people are going through. The torture chamber is called SED. Okay, where when you go there, you pass through hell. You are put in an underground bunker where you are tortured and tortured until they want you to succumb to what the regime wants you to say. That is what our people are going through. The mother of Abdul Karim cried and said, this is 1 year that the son has been kidnapped from her. The son was an activist trying to push forward for peace, trying to push forward for negotiation process. But La République du Cameroon government is the most naive government I can ever think of. The most corrupt government you can ever think of. A government that sees anything that does not align in line of their own thinking as a threat. They will prefer to do anything to arrest anyone that they think is a threat. Abdul Karim was an activist. He lives peacefully in Bamenda, trying to help the indigenous in Bamenda to understand their own human rights. I think that human right is something that is not bought in the market. That's what they call right, because you are correct. It's the same language we are talking about. When you are right, it means you are correct. Okay? Human rights. That's why they put S there. It means all the rights. Freedom of speech, expression, freedom of movement, any freedom you can think of is your right. And that is to equal to any human being on earth. No human being has more right than others. No life is more serious than others. This let me go back now to the appointed Senator Mbella Moki Charles. Mr. Mbella Moki Charles, since 2017, I've not heard you come out one time talk about the killing of your own people. Let me not talk of the people you think that are not more privileged than you think about your own privilege. You are more privileged than others. Or some lives are more privileged than other lives. I see you coming out to talk about the delegates that have been, that I don't know what happened to them, but you are coming out now. When Bebe Mata was killed, I never saw you came out. When the school students were killed by the La République military in Kumba, I never saw you come out as an appointed senator, whatever you call yourself. I never saw Mbella Moki come out there. When the children were killed, massacred, Ngabu, Bamenda, Kumbo massacre, all this massacre are going on. Our humble appointed senator never came out. But I can see him now saying that there should be international investigation, international, what do you call himself? What do you call himself? He said, whether people in the village and farmland are invaded, you talk about hate speech or whatever he's called himself. Mr. Senator, were you there when people died in Gabu? Did you call for investigation? Who has been investigated? Who has been arrested for the killing in Gabu? Who has been arrested for the killing in the school children in Kumba that your own military killed? Who has been investigated back in your backyard, Ekona massacre? Ekona. When the Republic military went to Ekona and arrested more than 40 youths, rounded them up, I think 100 youths, rounded them up. I never saw our appointed senator came out and talk. Mr. Appointed Senator, so now you have the guts to come out and make that loud noise. Some of you are just making this noise because you think that you are more Southwest than others. I'm a proud Southwesterner from Kumba. You are not Southwest than many other people. You are the one promoting this guy they call Mola, how they call that name? How they call that name? To go out and be molesting people. I never hear you come out when that guy call himself Mola with going out and doing all sorts of things to other people. I never see you as a senator came out. Now you have the guts to come and make that noise, Mr. Mbella Moki. You are not Southwesterner than others, more Southwesterner than others, my brother. People have been killed since 2017. I've not seen you, Mr. Appointed Senator, came out and talk to the government that you try to claim to represent. I want you to come out and talk. You say someone is at the head of someone. That's all you can say. The knees of La Republique is on your head that you represent. The blood of thousands of Ambazonians is on the head of that government that you represent. Mr. Mbella Moki, you want to talk about killings? You want to talk about people who have passed away in this struggle for the nature of our country? You want to talk about hate speech? I never hear you talk about your brother, chief of Mwasa village, who is going around killing people who are not, they say they are strangers. I've never heard you talk about that. How about that? How about the people that are being killed in Yaoundé? Family, about 8 people were killed in Yaoundé. I never hear you talk about that, Mr. Mbella Moki. Ambazonian lives matter. It doesn't matter who is Ambazonian, who is dying in Ambazonia. Ambazonian lives matter. I want to answer you today, Mr. Mbella Moki. You think that you are so Southwesterners than others. You have the guts to just stand anywhere and be talking because you are free to talk. Because you are appointed senator, so-called appointed senator. I want to talk to you, Mr. Mbella Moki, because the life of others don't matter. When Mami Api was killed in Boyukade, I never saw our appointed senator come on and talk. When Bebe Mata was killed in Kwakwa, Mr. Mbella Moki never came out and talk. Our appointed senator. So the life of others don't matter to you. Let me hear you talk about the numerous massacre by your military, that's when I will know you that you are talking as a representative of the people. I don't know whoever you represent, but if I want you to talk, a representative of the people, you are representing who? That you cannot talk for them. But when people who are whether they come from, who say, oh yeah, it's Mbella Moki talking now. So you can talk. I never knew that Mr. Senator, appointed senator, can talk. Go on, keep talking. But let me hear you talk about the other killings that the military accepted of killing. The kill in a corner, you never, that's your backyard. If you say you are a senator of Faku, I don't know what senator you are. Because you are not elected by the people, you are appointed by Bia. Then you have that guts to come and be talking about the appointed, whether what will happen. So you are calling the international community. So you can call the international community now. I never knew Mr. Mbella Moki was there. Now you can even call the international community. I never knew. The recent killing in Nacho, Mr. Senator never came out, oh. Mr. Humble Senator, so you can talk, eh? Double standard. Double standard. We are only watching you people. No life matters more than another life. Ambazonian life matter. No matter who you are, if you cannot cry for other people, you are pretending to shed crocodile tears for other people. You think that those lives matter than this other life. You are just fooling yourself, Mr. Mbella Moki. Fooling yourself. But anything you are doing, your conscience will judge you. You think that as an appointed person, you can just go and sit somewhere and talk. Senator Kemende, may his life rest in peace, spoke out. I never hear you spoke out in the Senate one day. Honorable Weber, those people spoke out and talk. Even Von Mukete spoke out. But you are there. You have bills to pass there. You have your things to do there in the Senator as appointed. But you have not done that there. You are somebody of FACO. Can you what they call national dialogue that you guys went to dialogue or monologue? You went to monologue. You say you went to dialogue. Even it's not even the dialogue. It's a monologue. And our appointed senator was there. All the resolutions from where they say they're gonna do political transition, whatever. They're gonna elect governors. Who is your governor there in FACO? Is he elected? The one in Northern Zone, is he elected? All the GOs and SGOs, are they elected? No, they are appointed like you yourself. But you have that guts to go around and be talking. I'm just being mad because some of you people think that you are so Sawesinas than others, as you like to call it. But we remain Ambazonian. The name Sawes and Norwes is a name that Allah probably has given you people. And you are helping to use that to divide and rule us. We are Ambazonians. You can be so nice to the regime that put you there. Good and fine for you. You're a politician, of course. But let me tell you, Mr. Mbella Moki, whatever you are doing today, it has repercussions. We have lost thousands of our people, innocent lives. Our refugees are still in Nigeria begging for food. Our prisoners of conscience are still there begging for food. Our IDPs are spread all over Ambazonian. They are spread in La Republic. Mr. Senator, I've not heard you spoken anything. Speak up. Your voice should not be on things that doesn't matter even. Let me hear you speak up of things that matter. Tell the regime to go to negotiation. Tell the regime to stop massacring our people. Tell that regime that you support, Mr. Mbella Moki, to stop killing our people. Tell that regime to remove all those camps that they have in your territory, to usurp your resources, the resources of your people. You have the guts to come and talk. What does it matter, Mr. Mbella Moki? You make me mad when I hear you talk trash. You are an appointed senator, because you cannot be seeing your people being killed, and you, because I know you guys are appointed. Had it been you were somebody who is elected, you would have been saying what you are saying today. Senator Kemende died because of his voice. Yes, he died because of his voice. I want to hear you speak out. I know you are appointed, but you can speak out to your people. Speak out for your people. Don't be pretending or playing the devil's advocate. You're playing the devil's advocate. I want to see you speak like a man. If you have the guts to speak truth to power that be. Speak truth to power that be. Don't be doing that pretentious game, Mr. Senator. You are an appointed senator. You are in Yaoundé. A family of 10 were killed in Yaoundé there. They entered to kill everybody. 10. I never hear Mr. Senator talk. Mr. Senator now can go and be talking about something else. I want you to talk things that are happening. Of recent, in Nacho, in Babenda, how many people were killed? Did you come out and say something against the military? So, your double standard will only prove you as time goes on. I won't say much about that anymore. But your double standard will prove you that what you are doing, you think that you have the power today, but tomorrow will tell who you are. I won't say much, but know that any blood that is being spilled matters. I just want to correct you, because you can speak in some people that are killed, but you cannot speak to others that are killed. You are trying to play with the devil's advocate. You cannot do that for too long. Those are people's blood that are being spilled. I just want to bring your conscience to a reminder. What you're doing, thinking that you can just do things or you can just say things, but I'm trying to put your own mind in the context. How many thousands of our people have been killed? Mr. Senator, I've not heard you speak. I've not heard you speak. The recent killings of the military, I've not heard Mr. Senator come out and speak. That, that international community. Oh, so you know international community. The people of Southwest are very hospitable people. So the people of Northern Zone are not hospitable people. Mr. Senator talk about hate speech. That they accuse them of hate speech. What hate speech are you talking about? The most person that you know that you promote, you sponsor, you give money is Moja Moja. Moja Moja, you know him, Chief Moja Moja in Mwasa village. I've not heard you say anything about Moja Moja causing hate speech in a southern zone. You have the guts to come and talk about people or whatever you are talking about. It doesn't refute the fact that you have been silent in the killing of thousands of your own people. I've not heard our humble senator, our humble appointed senator come and speak. Our humble appointed senator have the guts now to come and talk about people that are, whether they, you know. But I want to bring this to his limelight, that the world should know, as he is speaking, I'm speaking his own word. He said that the world should know that these people have been killed. Oh, some life matters, Ambazonian life matter. Some life of Ambazonian matter past the other life of Ambazonian. Okay, so you can speak now. I never knew there's a senator called Mbella Moki who can talk. Yes. There have been so numerous massacres. How many massacres that have gone on? By your military, you have not spoken, eh? All of a sudden, our appointed senator can come out and be saying that this life, this is. Oh, okay. So, this is just funny, because what is baffling me is that these appointed people just want to play the sponsors pilot. They are playing the what they call the prodigal sons in Yaoundé, begging for crumbs. So you can just say anything because they are paying you money as a senator. But your people's blood matters. The blood of your people, that you lock your mouth like this for 7 years. Then you have the God to talk about 3 people that were killed. I don't know what happened to them. The one that have been killed. The Ambazonians. I just want to make this clear to you, Mr. Mbella Moki. All Ambazonian life matters. We have lost thousands of people. Thousands. If you have the guts to come and speak now, calling on the international community. So the international community will only come and investigate 3 people that were killed, or 4 people that were killed, or 5, or how many, I don't know. What about the other thousands? Thousands of thousands that have been killed. Our senator, those lives don't matter to him. And the La Republic military says that they killed them. Like that, the military said they killed them. That one don't matter. Is the one that I don't know what happened to them. Okay, Mr. Mbella Moki will come now and start saying, go on the mic. You have the answer to that. Let me change topic. I don't want to talk about that man anymore. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for my tone. I was just being mad with this guy. This guy is just keeping me crazy. I don't want to even talk about that guy anymore. Yeah. So, now let's talk about the Niger incident. You know, we have seen what has transpired with the ECOWAS. Okay. The mission of ECOWAS, I want us to understand this, because ECOWAS has been so, trying to go into where it's not what they are meant for. ECOWAS is to promote economic integration in Africa. Okay, that's the work of ECOWAS. You know, in terms of economic activity, particularly the industry, transport, telecommunication side, energy, agriculture, natural resources. That is where ECOWAS come in, not the military side. Because ECOWAS has tend to be more of a military partnership or alliance, or a regional alliance, more than economic. And because, okay, take for example, right, a country is telling you that they are tired of the presence or the occupation of another country like France. You now have not even investigated this matter, right? You just carry your troops and started say, oh, want to go, man. You don't even know why the military attacked this, or the military went into this coup, or this coup happened, right? Because first of all, when you look at Article 25 of the Lome Protocol that empowers ECOWAS, right? It empowers ECOWAS to intervene in the domestic political dispute of its members. But however, this clause has to be put first. This right is subject to Article 53 of the UN Charter, okay, which require a priori the approval of the United Nations Security Council. It means that before ECOWAS can intervene into any internal matter, apart from the other issues, there must be an approval of the United Nations Security Council. Now, we saw Senegal, Macky Sall, of course, just came out, and then Tinubu of Nigeria, they want to go and attack Niger and install back the president of Niger. Okay, now, there are things that you have to understand is going on, right? Most of the time, some of the things that happen in Niger, you remember the president, okay? The president of Niger got into power through a coup also. I want us to be very cognizant of this. What I'm saying this is because the current president, okay, was installed by a coup, okay? And when we talk about coups, we have to be very cognizant about coup that are silent coup and coup that are, okay, before I go, let me open this for you people to see this. Okay. Okay, this is the last presidential election that took place in Niger. Okay. The coup was done by France. Look at this president. It's called Mohamed Usman. Okay. He won 64% of the vote of the presidential election in Niger. This president that is being ousted is called Mohamed Bazoum. That is the president that has been ousted by the military. He lost the election 35.08%, right? But what was the result that was declared? The result that was declared was that Mohamed Usman lose the election by 44.33%, right? What else happened? Look at, they gave in this man 57.67. That was what happened. So at the end of the day, the election was rigged, right? It was rigged. That is what they gave to, you see. Now, the question is, why did ECOWAS not intervene when this election was rigged? Okay? Now they want to intervene when the president that has been installed was not the rightful president even, right? The French supported him to win the election. Why? Because he will be pro-France. So when we are talking about this intervention now, right, we should think about what even transpired, okay? Because of this, the military was not happy with his win, first of all. His own military was not happy. The rightful winner was Mohammed, the other president that was there. Okay, so why am I saying this? Okay, I'm saying this because it's very, very crucial when you look at these things. Okay, most of the time, the president that is supported by France wins that this thing, right? Because they know that once they support you and you win, you become a stooge of them. Okay. But when we still look at that article in the UN Security Council, that there must be and the UN Security Council only comes September of every year. September of every year, right? So where do you think that the UN Security Council will hold? So they want to intervene even before the, to have a military operation, even before the UN Security Council is holding. So you see, that is what is troubling, okay? We want to make the world understand that these coups that have been taking place in Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, and now Niger, ECOWAS did not deploy their troops on all this, right? Why is Niger so important? I know you know the answer. The uranium, okay, the uranium that is being exploited by France in Niger is very important because they use that uranium for power generation in France. So how is France going to do? What is France going to do now? Imagine how Nigeria intervened in Liberia and in Sierra Leone. All those things back then was a problem for the government. Okay, but despite all that, right? Nigeria don't have that capacity to deal with this issue. They don't have. Okay. But Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea, they all rally behind each other. They said any attack on any of them will be an attack of all. All these West African countries under military rule back their counterparts. Okay. They back each other. They said if you attack Mali, you attack Niger, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, all of them rally to each other. You see. Okay, now Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Benin have all said that they are willing to send troops into Niger if the bloc decide to do so, right? But first of all, we mentioned the UN Security Council this thing, right? Have they done that? No, they have to first make sure that they deal with that, because you cannot just go into a country without the Article 53. That the UN Security Council must approve ECOWAS intervention in any conflict. You see, so there is that thing that needs to be done, right? That is why even France or any other country want to intervene today, there must be approval from the United Nations Security Council. But remember, you have vetoes in Security Council. Okay, so they cannot bypass that too. They want to bypass the UN Security Council. If they bypass that, it will still go against the UN Constitution. So we are saying that all these countries that are ready. Nigeria, you have Tinubu, who is still even his election to the presidency in Nigeria is still even contestable because Peter Obi might be voted in. Macky Sall of Senegal. Remember, Macky Sall wanted to change the constitution for a third term. They warned him. So he's saying that he's not going to go in for a third term. They warned him because he wanted to change the constitution to go in for a third term in office. Macky Sall of Senegal. These are the people that France want to use. But they are telling them, don't do that because you are being the stooge. Okay? You are being the stooge of France. This is the photo you see. This is Macky Sall. France is trying to order him to end this ECOWAS, one of the big countries in ECOWAS. They are telling him, go and attack Niger. He look at that, he look it up. That's, you see, France ordering Macky Sall to end. You see, that's what we're talking about. The benefit that France is benefiting from the CFA, from the Defense Alliance. You know that France is the one supplying all the material in all these countries, all the weapons, military, regalias, everything. All these countries, they have gendarmes. Don't forget, gendarmes are French troops. They are not the troops of the locals. That's why gendarmes are being paid by France, okay, by the local people's money. So this money that enter into French coffers, they take some and pay those gendarmes. Gendarmes are the colonial troops, French troops that French left them. Okay, so if any country want to send out France, if they can burn their embassy and do all those things, but the troops that are there as gendarmes, forget it. That's the France. So some countries like Mali, they have done all those things, but they still have gendarmes as their troops. Gendarmes are the French troops there. You know, so they are being tied in a kind of bond that they cannot leave. Right? Yes, because you are saying that, oh, you don't want France, you don't want this, but you have gendarmes there. Gendarmerie Nationale is a French troop. That's why you have army separate. Gendarmerie are separate. They don't have any link. Gendarmes do their things separately. They take orders from France. The B and the army are controlled by the Cameroon government, right? But the gendarmes they are controlled by the colonial people there in France. That's the difference. So why do you have two army units, right? If, you know, it's because when France left, they left their troops behind. Okay? France left their troops behind so that they can take care of their, you know, control their thing. That's why in most of the French companies, you see only gendarmes there. Gendarmes are the one in Sonara, this Elf or Total. They are the one that are guiding those places because they are French interests. Okay, the armies only go for wars. Armies don't stay in the local thing. Okay, the gendarmes are there for internal security. The armies are for war. They send them to the bush, Boko Haram, and all those things. So they are different. You see, the armies are there to implement the French law, the French system. Okay, so the armies act like police. The French police, that's what they act. The gendarmeries now, the gendarmeries act like the French police. So if you see a gendarmerie, you know that it's a French lawmaker. They are there to implement the French colonial system. Okay, So this is what we don't want, because we did not have this in Southern Cameroon before. We do not have them. So they're just coming from nowhere to impose themselves. That's why if you want to take off everything French, the gendarmerie should go, everything French should go. Because they are representing even the SGOs. Remember, we do not have SGOs back in our days. We don't have any SGOs. Our people were being ruled by the local chiefs. Okay. But today, the chiefs don't even have a say. The chief cannot do anything. What can the chief do? The chiefs don't even have a say. All what the chief does is that they go and beg for their salary every month. Because their own people cannot even pay them. Before, the local community paid the chiefs. But now, the government pay the chiefs. How do you think the chief can be answerable to the local population? The chief will be answerable to Yaoundé. Right? That's why the chief, they can kill. The chief cannot say anything. Because if you say anything, pap, they cut your salary. If you say anything, they just cut your salary. They don't even argue with you. Then they have graded the chiefs now in first class, second class, and third class chiefs. You see, if you do well, they put you to second class chief. Means they raise your salary. If you do well, oh, first class chief. The public knows how to manipulate these people here. Those things, it's about salary, oh. Because if they put you, they upgrade you, give you the Bachelor of Honor, whether code of waiting, that garbage that they put here. They say it's a medal of honor or blah blah blah, that trash. It's just an iron that they just wear and put you here. Fame man. Okay. La République n'a fait. Then they will print this thing so they put on way so they say you are chief of honor, first class chief, second class, third class chief. They grade them. It's just about salary. It has nothing to do with how your people, because it's your people that have to grade those chiefs. The community, the ethnic build up. But now La République don't even respect that again. Fun of this, fun of that, chief this, chief that. Is La République that is installing them now. Okay, so at the end of the day, there is no meaning, no cultural blessing. The strength of the chiefs that we know. If the phone spoke before, people bow to them, we respect them. But today, because they're not answerable to the local population. The local population will cry and cry and cry and cry. The chiefs have no powers. They have taken all their powers from them. That's what we're talking about. But what is going wrong is that this struggle is not about only one thing. It's about our political life, our economic life, our socio-cultural. That's what we're talking about. This concerns the chiefs and everything. That respect that we used to give. Today, we hear that a juju is about to come out. Nobody respect that night. When juju used to come out, nobody comes out. But now, a juju will come out, they'll shoot him. The army don't respect them now. They shoot, they kill one juju there who came out. So they don't respect our own simple tradition. How do you live in such society where everything of yours has been taken out? The simple respect that you can have for yourself has been taken out of you. Your identity has been taken out. That respect that you can have like a human being. Your identity, where you're coming from, your own language, your own culture, your own thing that you can be proud of has been taken out of you. Then our Honorable Senator, Mr. Mbella Moki, will come and tell us stories now. The respect that our people had, the chiefs that we respected, the funds that were very dignified. Our palaces has been invaded. Our funds has been taken to Yaoundé. The people has been displaced. Our people are in prison. Our people are in concentration camps and refugee camps. So anybody that want to say something now, you're not saying for the people because you do not stand for them. If one person will just stand and say the whole village should leave, the military is coming. People are entering the bushes, going where they don't know where they are going, entering, sleep in bushes. Women are putting bed in bushes. Then a senator will just come now and say this and that. When all these events were happening, we never saw any of them speak out. Those ones that were able to speak out were either killed or sent on exile. Honorable Wiba is in Britain, is in UK now for speaking out. A lot of people who are in exile today, they have been exiled because they spoke out. The ones that could not escape were killed. Mbandam of SDF was killed. Frundi was poisoned. It's not me saying it, though. It's there. You saw the newspaper. Autopsy of Frundi showed that he was poisoned. Why? An Anglophone, Ambazonian will never be president in that country. My last word to federalists: you will never achieve that federation if you are there with those people. Stay blessed. God bless Ambazonian. Thank you.